March is here! This month our attentions turn to firemaking. Until now there's not really been a huge incentive to train the skill, and that's something we want to change. Bounty Hunter is being retired, and its rewards redistribute throughout the game. Plus, we've revisited the fiddly transmog system and changed the over-competed Abyssal Demons and Dark Beast systems with a new Slayer dungeon. On top of that, we have the arrival of our SGS competition winner items, and, as you may have already seen, a nice little Elite Dungeon surprise. We've been aware for a long time that firemaking wasn't quite where it needed to be in RuneScape. Luckily, our Incense Burner and Firemaking Week is designed to kickstart a new era of combustible fun. Central to the firemaking rethink are the new Incense Burners, 18 new potion-like incense sticks that are made with firemaking. They combine the uses of various logs, herbs, and impious, accursed, or infernal ashes. There are also lots of different effects you can achieve, many of which are increased with higher potencies. As well as the incense burners, we're also introducing changes to fire spirits, which now give an XP buff for log burning. They also move to your backpack when clicked to be opened in your own time. In addition, the fire spirits drop tables have been spruced up a little, and you can now strike gnomish firelighters to give you a 5-minute boost, extendable to 60 minutes if more are used. During this time, fire spirits will be automatically collected and the quantity of their rewards boosted. The changes to firemaking will arrive in game on March 18th. We can safely say that we had the very best intentions with Bounty Hunter, but sadly over time it stopped being fun or viable. As a result, Bounty Hunter will close this month. However, the good news is that all the content that used to be locked away behind it will be redistributed throughout the game on March 11th. The biggest change comes in the form of a new Slayer Master, Mandrith. With Bounty Hunter now gone, he was looking for a new job, and we felt he'd earned this promotion. Mandrith will now hand out wilderness tasks and Slayer challenges. Rewards, including bounty emblems, can then be claimed from his new shop in Edgewood Bay. Players will need to be level 85 Slayer to engage with Mandrith. If you're PK'd while holding a bounty emblem, it will tear down, and the killer, should they also be holding one, will siphon half of the points that tier was worth. And because Mandrith only has a few wilderness denizens as tasks, you won't be able to use your block and prefer lists with him. Attention Slayers! March the 25th sees the introduction of a new Slayer resource dungeon that's filled with Abyssal Demons and Dark Beasts, which, as you all know, are two of the most competitive Slayer mobs. This will give players additional options. The dungeon will be available to those with level 100 dungeoneering. Another big feature is the introduction of 3 new raid practice modes for the liberation of Mazcab. These will allow players to repeatedly fight Beastmaster, Durzag, or either of Yakamaru's main phases. Note that as its practice mode, no kill count or loot will be awarded for successful runs. Also incoming are some bug fixes for Nex Angel of Death, including various quality of life fixes. Examples include everyone rolling on a rare item each fight, minions shouting when they die, and changes to Phase 3's Icicle mechanic, which should now be less annoying. With over 40 transmogs in the game, we're aware they take up a lot of bank space, and all too often you don't have the one you want to hand. As a result, we've made some changes. For instance, all transmog items have been moved into a dedicated separate tab on the emotes interface. Plus, items will be automatically added when they're unlocked. There's a brand new Treasure Hunter promo on the way this month that offers both a new type of lamp and some brand new cosmetics. What's so special about these lamps? As the name might suggest, Phoenix lamps have a chance of being saved upon use, meaning they live to be used once again. Like smouldering lamps, if a skill is chosen that has bonus experience, up to the same amount of bonus experience is converted into normal experience as well. At long last, the winning SGS Carnival competition submissions are coming to life. From March the 4th, players will be able to pick up the winning Wyvern Cape and the runners-up duo of the Fairy Drake and Night Fairy Drake from Solomon's General Store. Many congrats to Claire, Best Pud Pud, and Nadia Dahlia. Both will of course get their winning creations for free. As many of you will have already seen, alongside the final Elite Dungeon, Shadow Reef, we also released a surprise new quest that ties the storyline of all 3 Elite Dungeons together. Throughout the quest you'll encounter old friends and new allies, and engage in puzzles and exploration, learning more about the Ambassador storyline and the connections to the other characters on the way. To get started, simply speak to Brill outside Demonheim. Players require 12 agility and 34 woodcutting to play the quest, and of course you'll need to be able to complete the elite dungeons to progress. If you've already completed the elite dungeons, even if only in story mode, you're given the option to skip those parts of the quest. Rewards include 10% damage reduction on all 3 of the elite dungeons, stacking with story mode damage reduction, as well as some lamps. Until next time, chums. It starts with players identifying a cult and ends in confronting... What? No, I f***ed up again. Wait, what? Sorry, my bad. This is the one I should get right. This is my content.